Well, I hope everyone is having a great day today. This is your pastor, Griffen Cope. This week, we are covering the 11th chapter of Ecclesiastes. Now, the opening to chapter 11 starts with Solomon continuing this trend that he has been going on throughout the entire book of Ecclesiastes, and that is life is fully unpredictable. We can't tell what the future is. Only God knows the mystery of life, and that life is full of good and bad things. But Solomon in this opening doesn't just sit there wallowing in that confusion. He actually, once again, gives us some excellent advice of what we can do about that confusion. And Solomon here starts in verse 1 saying, "Ship your grain across the sea. After many days you will receive a return. Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. If clouds are full of water, they pour rain on the earth. Whether a tree falls to the south or to the north, in a place where it falls, there will it lie. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. As you do not know the path of the wind, or how the body is formed in the mother's womb, so you cannot understand the work of God, the maker of all things. Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle. For you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well." Amen. I love this verse he has, that whoever watches the wind will not plant, and whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. Part of the message of Ecclesiastes is addressing the fact that life is confusing, life is paradoxical, life is fully unpredictable. We can't predict what's going to happen to us. Life is confusing. It is unbalanced. Bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people. We can't predict what the future has in store for us. And so Solomon is worrying about that, but here he is reminding us in chapter 11 that we can't worry about it so much that it draws us away from God, or it stops us from even working or trying new things. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. We can't predict the future, but we know that God is with us, and so we go through our lives nonetheless. We can ship our grain across the sea, for you will receive a return. Invest in 7 ventures, he says, yes, even 8, for we do not know what disaster may come upon the land. He says, if clouds are full of water, then rain will come to the earth. It's a wonderful message of what we can do about this confusing life that we live. That it is a gift of God despite the confusion that exists. And we need to take full opportunity of this gift that God has given us. Well, Solomon then continues in the second half of chapter 11 by saying, "Light is sweet, and it pleases the eyes, the sea, the sun. However many years anyone may live, let them enjoy them all. But let them remember the days of darkness, for there will be many. Everything to come is meaningless. You who are young, be happy while you are young, and let your heart give you joy in the days of your youth. Follow the ways of your heart and whatever your eyes see. But know that for all these things God will bring you into judgment. So then, banish anxiety from your heart and cast off the troubles of your body, for youth and vigor are meaningless." There's a famous quote out there that youth is wasted on the young. What Solomon is telling us is that when we are young, or really whatever age we are at, we don't need to stress about life too much. Some things are worth stressing about, but stressing about the unpredictable nature of life isn't one of them, especially when we stress so much that it clouds our mind of the goodness of God, and it doesn't let us even do our basic functions. Solomon is reminding us that we have a gift of life, and be happy with the days that we have. God has given us an opportunity to help sow the seeds of his coming kingdom here on earth. And what an amazing opportunity that is. So we need to take up that opportunity, take up that gift, take up that calling, and not waste our life with stress and meaningless troubles, but instead focus our life on our relationship with God, in our relationship with our friends and our family, and being the best people that we can be. For that is what God is asking of us, and that is what God is commanding of us. Live your life to the fullest Christian example, Solomon says. Well, I hope to see you all this Sunday at 1 p.m. at the Church of the Holy Cross for our worship with All Saints at All Saints United Methodist Church. And if I don't see you then, I hope you have a great rest of your week. And as always, go with God and walk with Christ. Amen.